obsessed with the Connie Pheiff Show. It's about a lifestyle shift to move up or out.
Hey, what's your jam? What's the one thing that really drives you? What makes you unstoppable?
It's about opening a new door to live your dream.
People give up way too early on their dreams.
It's about enjoying the journey. It's about keeping it real.
Damn, now the interviewee is interviewing the interviewer. I like this.
It's all about you.
I knew there was something else I wanted to do. Stop taking shit so seriously. Y'all can do this. Take an outrageous look at life and laugh.
This is the Connie Pheiff Show.
We love your voice. We love your jam. You need to be on radio.
And now your host, Connie Pheiff.
Hi, everyone. It's Connie Pheiff, your unstoppable diva. And thank you for continuing to share the Connie Pheiff Show. I forgot who I was, but thank you for sharing the Connie Pheiff Show. We have amazing. It's just amazing all the numbers that I continue to get. And, you know, my team shares with me that we're hitting this country, and we're just all over the place. So keep coming back, keep sharing, and totally appreciate you being here. And really what our show is about is providing the tools to help you, whether you're still sitting in corporate or you've moved out and you're creating and building this lifestyle business. That's what we're all about. We're here to continue to bring you the tools so you can success and lead in your business. And today's guest is going to be sharing just that. She is a business growth strategist. She works with her clients to build an expert authority business and scale to 7 figures really super fast. She has a reputation for being one of the best business strategists and marketing and sales consultant for entrepreneurs who want to sell high value products and services. So welcome to the show, Jessica Yarbrough.
Thank you for having me, Connie. It's great to be here.
Well, I'm so excited to have you here. I mean, you're talking my language with everything that you're doing, because we work with entrepreneurs, and the premise of our show is, you know, up or out. And that's folks that are saying, okay, do I want to continue going? I'm moving up in corporate, as so many of us were groomed for, myself included. But then it's, I really don't want to be here. I want that lifestyle business. I want to be able to work where I want to work, make the money that I want to be making. And you're doing exactly just that. So I wanted to ask, how did you get into this business?
Oh, man. Well, my background was in business and marketing. I'd actually done consulting work. I built a startup company here in San Diego and was going to do the whole corporate ladder climb. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I loved what I was doing at the time, but I was really stressed. I mean, in startup, you know, that we have to get a month's worth of work done in a week.
Right.
And I just wasn't fulfilled. And I think a lot of your listeners can probably relate to that.
Yes.
Like being passionate about a company and passionate about a project, but also thinking, gosh, this isn't exactly what I want. And that, again, I felt that cap on my freedom, just in terms of, I love to travel. I know you mentioned you have kids all over the world.
Right, I do.
And my daughter and I are avid travelers. I mean, we went to 7 countries last year. And so having that limitation on my ability to take vacations, having to work in an office and, you know, in a cubicle and all of that was a little bit soul sucking, if you will. And
yeah.
I
mean, I made it to the top. I could say I made it. I was CEO, and I adored what I did. And it made me feel needed and wanted and important and all of that. But when the organization did their realignment in 2006 and 2007, and to say, well, you know what, you don't have enough letter credentials after your name, we don't need you anymore. It was a total kick in the ass. It was like, like you said, soul sucking, just like you said. I mean, it took the life out of me. And a lot of people are sitting there, I'm sure, saying, yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, and it becomes your identity. So it is a loss that you experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was really powerful for me because I was able to kind of have this realization while I was on vacation, when I had enough space away from everybody and all the mental chatter to really drop in and say, what is it that you want with your life?
Right.
And just recognizing that I have the ability to create whatever I want. I have the genius. I have, if there's something, if there's a will, there's a way.
Yes.
And so it was not the easiest path at all. The easiest path is to stay where you're at and just keep kind of going up the ranks.
It's a comfort zone, right?
Yes.
You're getting a paycheck at the end of the day.
Totally.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Everybody thought I was nuts. They were like, why would you leave this company? Because I gave up my shares and I bought a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia and said, you know what, I'm going to go and explore the world. And I did that for about 4 years. And, I freelanced as well. And it wasn't really till I had my daughter that I was like, okay, it's time to ground down and to start to get serious about building your business. So it was an interesting journey. I have lots of great stories to tell my grandkids one day. But definitely I'm glad with the path that I chose, because from, shifting from done for you kind of consulting services to building my own consulting and training international company, I've really created far beyond what I could have achieved in the corporate world. And I do it on my terms, which is
nice.
The best.
Right. That's the nice thing. So many people I work with, it's like, I want to work on my terms. I want to work where I want to work. And, and not a lot, but some people get that way like me. It wasn't my intent, but then after I stepped into it and I thought, wow, what was I waiting for? Like, why did I not do this sooner?
And I think that's what most people feel. They don't realize it. It's the same with raising your prices. When you raise your prices, you're like, why didn't I do this before?
Right.
But again, you mentioned the comfort zone, and it's really not comfortable. It's familiar, because we know there's something. And we keep getting sucked back into that zone of familiarity. And we as humans are supposed to grow and evolve, and we have to push the edge of what we believe our own possibility and potential is. And that's why they hire people like us, right? To help them continue to grow and evolve and to really create. Because I know you can create anything you want in this world. It's going to take work. It's going to take grit and determination. There's no magic bullet. But especially like when we're talking about our market, where you have people who are very smart, skilled, have a ton of experience. And if you think about what they can make, and yes, it's a guaranteed paycheck. Well, if you just translate those skills into a consulting business, you can make so much more. And again, do it on your terms. My daughter and I, we take a week vacation once a quarter, and that wouldn't be possible if you were sitting in a job. Right. Exactly. Actually, this past week, a dear friend of mine, her father passed away. I've known them my entire life. And it got me thinking about this and thinking about having the conversation with you today. I said to her, because she's, several states away, so they had to fly in and they were here several weeks ahead of time, when he got ill. And I said to her on Saturday, I said, when are you going back? Are you going to, be staying here for a while? And she's like, oh no, I have to get back tomorrow. And I said, and she's like, no, I got to get back to work. She's like, I've already been here 4 weeks in total. She's like, I have to get back to work. And part of me thought, how sad that was. That she didn't, like us, have that flexibility to say, well, I could stay here. I have my laptop. I could work a couple hours in the morning. Right.
And still be here with the family and be able to spend some time here while they, wrap up loose ends. But I did. I just thought that is really sad. And it's that type of, I guess, call it energy or type of need that a lot of people need, that they think, okay, maybe I can go into this type of business. But I want to jump forward a little bit though about what you do and how you help people with it. So you talk about simple math and restructuring your business for maximum growth, because a lot of people will step into it and basically they just, they jump in the deep end and say, okay, we're going to sink or swim. And they really, like you said, raising your prices. And you say, why didn't I do that before? And you talk about that, restructuring the business for maximum growth. So these people, these individuals that just jump in and try to figure it out as they go along. And I was one of them early on. How do you help them? Yeah, right. I think a lot of us are. It's like, yeah, I could do this. Put the shingle out. Here I am. Oh, okay. Why isn't the phone calling? Why isn't the phone ringing?
Yes.
So how do we? I mean, I know when I found my shift in this, like I said, it's been 12 years now, going on 13, and so I knew when that shift happened, and it was really that mental mindset, and a lot of it had to do with the fees.
Yes, absolutely. So we know that billing by the hour is not sustainable,
Right.
Nor predictable. We also know that kind of ad hoc work isn't really going to create a real transformation, a real result for your end clients, for the end users. And neither is a course, which we know has a 85% rate where it's just sitting on your Dropbox or Google Drive uncompleted, right?
Right.
So rather than kind of going for the lower ticket, if you will, like focusing on a transformation, I mean, whether that's going in and solving a major problem for a small business and then paying you $50,000, or whether that's going into corporate and doing a 2-day intensive where they're paying you $10,000 a day, looking at how you can create results driven programs that are high, have a high ROI, and therefore you can attach a much higher price tag.
Right.
And then looking at where can you start to bring in scalable solutions when you get at capacity with your one-to-one, can you create that same experience on a one-to-many level so that you can actually make more and work less.
Exactly. And I talk to a lot of our talent that we work with in Talent Concierge in the agency. A lot of them come to us and say, I want to be a main stage speaker. I mean, that's what we do, work with them and drive them. But before we get to that part, because we talk to them, that's a one and done deal. That's not a long-term, platform. What are you doing beyond that? So we work heavily with them, before we even put them out there as such. And these are high level intelligent, successful people that we work with to help and show them the importance of creating a program, some type of structure where, use your speaking as your platform for marketing, where you can drive customers back to that core business. And a lot of people don't realize, they see, whether it's speaking or even writing a book, and they think it's, this is going to make me.
This is it.
I mean, this is it. This is gold, and I know where I'm going. The reality of it is, it's not. I mean, you can become that, that small less than 1% individual that does, become that next, author or grand speaker. But again, unless you have something. And you talk about, to grow your credibility so you can sell more services that are so important. And you do that in your program as well.
Yes, you absolutely have to have it. I actually did a LinkedIn live stream on the 3 biggest marketing myths the gurus are preaching. And one of them was, just have a webinar and drive a bunch of traffic, or just write your best-selling book. That's it. Here comes the lead. And I kind of dispelled and broke down these myths. And absolutely, all these marketing tools are great, but you have to have a solid program that gets your clients results. Because if you're not getting your clients results, you're not going to be in business for long. And you have to have it all set up so that you actually can scale sustainably. So it's not the one-off, right?
Right.
You need predictability in order to replace your income and then grow it. So all of these things I think are often overlooked, but the core things that are actually going to pay your bills and help you build the lifestyle you want.
Yeah, because what happens, and you just said that there, it's the one-off, or they're thinking they're going to be the next great guru because they wrote this book, or they're a speaker. That's not what makes you the guru. That's not what's going to put money in the bank. And we also talk, we often talk about, do you want fame or fortune?
Right.
So if you want fame, you keep doing the one-offs, see how that works. But if you want to look at the fortune side, do a lot more and use the book as marketing. It's not right. That's your marketing tool. That is not relevant to what your core program is. So I love the work that you're doing around that. And then also the missing ingredient. And you talk about, breaking those myths down. But what is truly that missing ingredients that can make or break a business?
Credibility. Book can be something credible, but it depends on how you use it, because obviously, if you are just doing the whole put it on Amazon, become a best-selling offer because you sell it for 99 cents and get a bunch of reviews and all of that are people that actually haven't read it. They're just playing the game. Those aren't good leads that are coming in. So things like books absolutely can build credibility. But what I want to stress to the listeners is, if you want to build an expert business, you need to get out there and you need to teach. You need to teach what you know. Experts teach. And so getting out there and doing trainings on live streams, creating your content, like the things that people say you don't need, you absolutely need.
Oh, yes.
And so like when, for example, some of the major companies that sell the whole, all you need is a webinar and paid traffic, right? And you don't need anything else. Those guys have a podcast and a blog, and they write content in their Facebook group, and they're writing articles for mainstream publications. So anytime somebody's saying you don't need all this stuff, but they're doing it, that's a red flag warning. And I think what people love to skip over is building this credibility. So they feel like, I'm just going to try to sell the next thing, and I'm going to give just all fluff and no meat. And then I'm going to try to sell the meat. And I recommend you flip that on its head. Give people the meat, give them the information, because the transformation is not in the information. Information is free. Go to YouTube, go to Google. You can learn how to do it.
It's out there.
It's out there. So put out your information, build your credibility, just like all the greats of all across industries do. And then the transformation is in the service, is in your hand holding them through the process. It's in you saying, okay, here's this framework that I gave you for free, but let me actually help you apply it to your business, because that's where most people fail. So if you can shift your perspective into giving rather than trying to just sell the next shiny object, you're going to build a really loyal following. Your credibility will skyrocket. And you'll start to have people actually say, hey, I'm interested in working with you. Right. And you won't have to be pushing and spamming and everything else that happens in our industry.
And that is so true. And I guess the piece that I seen missing too, because initially I was a seminar junkie, and I was going to every training program there was out there to learn about online sales and webinars and on and on and on. And just like you're saying, everybody's like, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. This is going to make you a millionaire. And you can do it in, 4 hours a week and I'm like, what am I missing? Like, there is something that I am missing because it's not working. I'm an intelligent person. Why am I not getting this? And then that's when I finally sat down, and it was after literally about 2 years, and I have a closet full of books and trainings and learnings and things that I did. And I finally sat down and I said, wait a minute. The one thing that was in common with all of this is that, again, all of these guru people are out there saying, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. But no one was literally walking with that person and saying, let me show you how we're going to do this, and we can do this together.
Absolutely. You need the eyes in your business. You need someone walking through the process. You can spend $100,000 on all the greatest programs where you get jazzed up at a seminar. But if you don't have someone saying, whoa, wait a minute. And a simple shift saying, wait, why are your packages $3,000? You need to reposition them, go to seven-figure companies and charge $50,000.
Right.
Oh, game changer. Right.
Just that And it's like, I could do that. And again, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of doing it.
We all are. Yeah.
Right. We all are. Everybody is. And then I know with me, I was beating myself up saying like, why am I getting this right? What the hell am I doing wrong? It was insane, but that was the missing piece.
Yes.
And, and I just find that so critical for people. And that's, again, for me, working with these high intelligent people, it's, really to streamline it and say, okay, we're going to walk through this together. And so I love how that's what you're saying, that is that secret ingredient, is to, again, build that credibility. And just like you, I truly believe that the more you give, the more that you're going to receive back.
Absolutely. And if more people would just embrace that concept, I think about Wayne Dyer. one of the, who passed away, and one of my favorite kind of personal development teachers. And he used to give away these tapes. He would just go out into the street and start handing out his tapes. And, at one time he shared the story that a guy said, "Hey, why are you always giving your stuff away?" And he was like, "One day you'll understand why." Right. Because he just said, let me get it out there.
Right.
Get my information out there and people will come to me. But if you're constantly just saying, let me just write some copy and try to get them to buy the next course, and then they get the course and they realize, well, it's not going to move the needle forward in their business because we know only a handful of people are actually going to complete the course.
Right.
And if you can switch it and give away more value in your free trainings and lives than people do on courses, they will love you for it. And when it comes time to buy, they're not going to buy from your competitor. They're going to buy from you.
Right. And it's not just as at the beginning. Like I said, I'm going on 13 years and I still am constantly giving resources away. I have people calling me and, I mean, sometimes you have to be careful, when people do it over and over and over again. I mean, you have to be wise about it, but I'll have people call me and ask me a question and I'll say, this is what you want to consider. And then maybe 3-6 months later, they come back and say, okay, I just want to hire you.
Right.
And I know that you walk me through. And that's where, a really good place to be in, where people are calling you and saying, I want to work with you. And maybe I had somebody that heard me 2 years ago or, 3 months ago or whatever. And I had somebody just call recently. She was introduced to me by someone else and she's very high level corporate exec in the financial industry. We had a 20-minute conversation and she said, okay, how much? I told her and it's high. And she said, okay, where do I write the check? So those are the type of phone calls that you want to be getting, and people already know who you are before they even get to the conversation with you.
Oh yeah, they're already enrolled. They've seen you. They've been consuming your content. They've seen your case studies, your results, and they're like, this is someone I can get behind. And it changes the dynamic of the sales conversation because it's really you vetting them.
Yes.
If you want to take them on as a client versus trying to push your products and services onto someone.
Right. And that's also a good place to be in, where you can vet those clients.
Yes, absolutely.
Is this somebody that, that I want to and could be working with? And it's such a really cool place to be in.
Totally.
To be that. The Connie Pheiff Show is heard everywhere. You can find The Connie Pheiff Show on most of your favorite networks. It's time to now recognize and thank our major networks for all of their support. In the house, we have Conscious Business Radio, C-Suite Radio, Transformation Radio, iHeartRadio. We are also heard on Google Play, Apple, Radio, Stitcher, and so many more that I just can't keep up with them all. I'm Connie Pheiff, your unstoppable diva. Learn more about our gym and how we can work together at my fancy schwanky website, ConniePheiffShow.com. I'll see you over there. Until then, like, share. Now back to the show. So what else is going on with you? I mean, I'm sure you have some upcoming projects or something else that you're working on?
Well, this year, 2020, is just about continuing to grow my influence and my impact. And, I run several high-level mastermind retreats and several events every year, and just working with my clients to help them build the life they really want.
Way cool. So for our hot seat or our straight talk, I always ask everyone to finish this sentence. So if you could finish it, Jessica, I am unstoppable because I am 100% committed to creating the best possible life for my family. And I move forward with taking aligned action daily. I love that. Way cool. So what's been some of your toughest challenges?
Toughest challenges. in terms of a growth stage, right people, right seats. So growing team, operations, all of that would be more for the entrepreneurs who are ready to scale. Like I get that. I've been through that process. Before that, when I think I was trying to get to my first like $250,000, it was really just knowing where to direct the funds, the extra cash flow into my business. So lots of overspending on items that really I wasn't ready for, didn't need yet. And it took me kind of pulling back and really looking at my structure and the way I wanted to scale my business to start to allocate those funds appropriately.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that because, and again, especially when you're still learning, it's like, oh, maybe I should do that. Oh, maybe I should do that. And so it's getting wiser and really being critical of looking at those opportunities.
Absolutely. And then when it's
right.
What do my operations and system look like, and how am I showing up as a leader for my team? All of these things, it's a different set of problems. It's CEO growing pains and all that you have to go through as your business becomes more successful.
Absolutely. And we just opened the second office, as I had shared. And my husband left his corporate job so he could work in the business with us.
Awesome.
And he's been running Fortune 500 companies for years, and as an executive. So now he's taken over our CEO role, so then I can get back out and do more networking and marketing. And he's doing all of the operations work, and it is we're still doing that dance of how do we work together? But a lot of it is me letting go.
Yes, that's it. It usually is, right?
Right.
About can I okay to relinquish control? Do I realize that there are other people who can do it better than I can?
Right.
And just also because you have to, if your role is to drive the vision of the company and to get your name out there and to serve your clients, and that's what fulfills you anyway. I'm sure you're like me.
Oh, it
we
does.
sound very like
we
don't like all the operation stuff.
No.
We can do it, but it's like it's soul sucking as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's very soul sucking. Days when you have to sit here and do admin work, and even just getting information up to our bookkeeper, and I'm just like, So
you're the creative, yes,
right. So the fact that he could come in, and again, he's doing operations, and it is. So part of me is like, just take it, just go.
He'll figure it out, and he'll do it better than you did, and it will be amazing, and you'll be like, wow,
wow. Why didn't I let that go sooner? But we just figured rather than hiring or looking for a new CEO, and we had planned this for a couple of years for him to step out. So opening the second location and looking for a CEO, and it was like, well, we already have one,
right.
So here he is, and he just stepped up and said, I'm ready, awesome. So he left a big paying corporate job, and so he's here with me now. So
wonderful.
Yeah. So I guess that's been a bit of a challenge, but again, like you said, it's just learning to do that dance with each other and and the team, and so love it. So what? So will you ever be satisfied with the work that you're doing?
What do I have to be satisfied?
Will you ever be satisfied?
Well, I feel satisfied now with the work I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel very fulfilled. I love what I do. I feel like I'm very blessed to be able to select the clients that I want to work with. To like my inner circle mastermind is just a phenomenal group of entrepreneurs, and to be able to get together with them and have that sense of community and learn from one another, and to be able to facilitate kind of transformational events. I mean,
yes,
there's definitely more on the horizon in terms of speaking and writing, but as far as what I do, I couldn't be happier.
Nice. Love it. So, I mean, what else should our listeners know about whether they're new stepping into the entrepreneurial space or they want to get into the entrepreneurial space? What are some of those things for them to watch out for as they're starting to ramp up and grow their business?
So a couple of things. I mean, watch your mindset. I mean, I think it's one of the most underrated things. I don't lead with mindset, but I'm sure you do with your clients, do a lot of mindset work.
We do.
Because all of their stuff comes up, especially when it comes to patterns of self-sabotage, not taking deals, taking on just any client that's just going to cause them a bunch of headaches, raising their prices and all of that. So just really a couple of things, keep your head in the game, make sure you have somebody who is going to call you on your BS, because it inevitably will come up and it will hold you back. Also, things are going to go wrong, things are going to break, especially as you reach even higher levels of income. Your lead gen source might get turned off. You might have people steal from you, take your content, repurpose your stuff. I mean, everything that can go wrong. And so your ability to be successful is contingent on your ability to pivot and move beyond your circumstances and just continue to hold the vision, trust the process, and say, okay, I'm going to let this go and I'm going to move on. I'm going to put my strategy. I can't stress that enough. Just in terms of growing your business, how important that is.
That's great advice, because something will go wrong.
Yes. And I'm sure that you and I can spot stories. We would just laugh and laugh.
I know, we could probably write a novel. Because something will go wrong, guaranteed.
You will just be blown away by people as well. And, it's just like your ability to say, no, this is what I want. And I'm serious. I'm committed. And again, just let it go, because it's not going to serve you. What can I learn from this experience so I don't make a mistake again? And let's move forward. So
if there was a song about you, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, a song about me?
Yeah, what would it be?
Oh, what would my song be? Gosh, I feel like the word is like unstoppable comes to mind. Yeah, limitless, unstoppable, nothing's going to hold me back, something like that.
Yeah. Love it. Well, Jessica, I want to thank you for being here. And I enjoyed talking with you. And I would love to invite you back whenever you want to come back. You're always welcome to the Connie Pheiff Show.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. So that's all we have for today, guys. Thank you for being here. And again, every week we're going to continue to bring you some awesome guests that are going to be so impactful to you, to creating that lifestyle business that a lot of people are only dreaming of. If you've already done it and you've stepped into the deep end of the pool, congratulations, because there's life jackets out there, and we're here for you, and we want to help you, and we want you to have a successful business. And if you haven't checked out yet, make sure you head over to talentconcierge.co if you're ready to use marketing as your or speaking as your marketing platform. We're here for you to help you to drive customers to that core business that Jessica will help you build. But thanks for being here, because we believe that you are the brand. I'm Connie Pheiff, and you're listening to The Connie Pheiff Show. And when we touch a heart, we change a life. And when we change a life, we are unstoppable together. Have a great week, and always be kind to each other. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all, it's Connie Pheiff. Thank you for listening to The Connie Pheiff Show. Check back often. You don't want to miss any of the good stuff. If you like what you hear and would like to be a guest on the show, head over to theconniefeifshow.com to apply. While you're there, check out our amazing advertising opportunities that will put you right in front of your perfect client. I will see you over there. Do yourself a favor this week. Activate your power and be unstoppable together.